Hey, friends and family. I haven't done one of these for a minute. And usually it's wrapped around some physical advancement that I'm working on or, talking a little bit about my progress relative to whatever, life. But I've been inspired by my beautiful, lovely, completely adorable wife who has brought such joy to my life that, yeah. Anyway, she's awesome. But she sometimes posts some videos about things going on in her life because she thinks, you know what, it'd be nice to share it with friends and family. Maybe it'll help somebody out there or at least give them some information. And I know that I have a family member right now that's struggling with the same thing that I'm struggling with. And I thought, well, maybe somebody else is. So why not put together a video? And here we go. So I wanted to talk about insecurity. And the reason that this topic has come to the forefront of my mind is because I had a little bit of a knot in my throat and I kind of felt a heavy weight on my chest, kind of like somebody punched me in the gut. And I was having these, thoughts that just didn't feel nice about doubt in myself. And I was talking to my beautiful, lovely wife, who is way smarter than I am and just has a beautiful instinct in regards to different situations. And she's like, well, maybe it's insecurity. And I'm like, no. I mean, seriously, come on now. I mean, I am just this amazing physical specimen and I have an amazing history and career and why would I be insecure? And so I read up on the definition of insecurity, and I mean, here's some elements that, just like one, you have relationship insecurity, uncertainty about a partner's love or the stability of a connection, often leading to a need for constant reassurance. To touch on that real quick, I am always craving compliments from my beautiful wife who compliments me all the time. And she says such wonderful things that make me feel just fantastic, but yet I crave more. And I feel like I need more so that I can, feel more secure about my self image, you know? And then the other one is like performance insecurity, worrying about not meeting expectations at work or school, which may lead to procrastination or avoiding challenges. Now, I haven't been procrastinating or avoiding challenges, but I definitely worry about not meeting expectations. Before I had the suffered the traumatic brain injury, I had 2015 vision. I've since lost some of my field of vision. I can't see certain things going on around me. I am still a little unstable. I get, mental fatigue, which really can mess me up physically and mentally. And, I went from, being so proud of being a graduate from Portland State University with a degree in communication studies where I graduated with honors and I got to wear these really sweet gold cords, around with my grad's robe. And, anyways, and, being the assistant director of the Advanced Training Center's Leadership Development Center. And, you know, anyways, to being somebody that couldn't stand up and I still struggle talking. A lot of times I might lose my train of thought or not be able to find that word that I want. And especially when I get mentally fatigued. Anyways, and the relationship, element of it is, after being married for 32 years and then being divorced and, really looking at all the things relative to that has caused me to have some, not some, but quite a bit of relationship insecurity. And I've been trying to kind of figure out, well, how can I deal with this? How can I overcome this? Because I need to, get out of this. I don't like to, when I see things in myself, I like to try to, take care of it and progress. And not that I've done that perfectly, I have not. I have so many flaws, it's not even funny. Otherwise, I'd be laughing right now. But there's an article that's on in the National Library of Medicine's, it's from the National Institute of Health, and it's dealing with insecurity, a thematic analysis of self reflection of prospective psychotherapist. And so these are all students that had written papers on insecurity and how to best address it. And they took a large number of student writings and they, cross analysis, did a cross analysis of them, and there was a very specific theme relative to that. And so the big thing is self-reflection, taking time to meditate on, what is going on, what's going on with you. Why do you have that knot in your throat? And why does your chest feel heavy? And why does it feel like somebody punched you in the gut? And why do you have all this, doubt and concerns and drama going on up here in your broken melon? And being reflective about that and looking at yourself openly and honestly is a huge, huge part of it. And then the answer is to just accept that you are insecure and look at it from a perspective of when, something happens and you feel that punch in the gut, or your chest feels a little heavy, or you get a little bit of a knot in your throat. You look at it and you're like, okay, am I overreacting? Is this my insecurity at play here? Let's really look at what actually took place right now. And the reason that I'm saying this is because I'm just going to give an example real quick because I'm at 8 minutes already. Man, I am a wordy, or I should say a verbose individual. I should just rip the Band-Aid off and get at it. But I'm just going to give an example, and I'm going to throw my lovely, beautiful wife under the bus. And the other day, she went to a Zumba class with her really good friend Lonnie, and she gets back and she loved it. And I haven't seen her for about 2 weeks. I'm going to get to see her tomorrow. Excited. Anyways, I said, hey, that sounds really fun. I would love to do, Zumba with you. And, she immediately, talks about how, well, it took me like 3 months to learn some of the steps. And, it's kind of challenging. And, I can drop you off at the gym and go, do Zumba. And in my mind, immediately, I'm like, man, I just got rejected to go to, I haven't even seen her yet. I'm excited to see her. And I just got rejected, And then immediately I start going into, okay, it is so healthy to have some girlfriend time. And, there's nothing wrong with her wanting even some alone time, for crying out loud. That's healthy. That is all totally healthy. And I completely support that. So why do I have, since I know that and I support that, why do I have that knot in my throat, feel heavy, and feel like having all this stuff bouncing around in my head? And, that's my insecurity. That is my insecurity. And it was really really kind of bugging me. Like, what the heck? Why did that hit me like that? That is just so ridiculous. And so I talked to her about it. And I'm like, this is just wild. Why, am I feeling this way? And I was very clear, very, very clear. This was not her fault. This was all on me. This is because I have insecurity, relationship insecurity. And I it's a some baggage that I have that I need to learn to deal with. And so I was doing a ton of research on it, found that National Institute of Health article, and I've learned to kind of accept it a little bit, not a whole lot. I mean, I just read this article, so I got a long, 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 long ways to go. But accepting the fact that I have some insecurity issues and that they're on me, it's my fault. It's based on my experiences. I need to just learn to feel comfortable with it, learn to analyze the situation, learn to put things into their proper perspective rather than just beating myself up. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say and all I wanted to share. And I doubt it really helps anybody out there. I think I'm smarter than I actually am. That's called self deprecation. And I am Irish. That's an Irish trait. And, but I really appreciate all my friends and family. I get so much love all the time. And I really, really appreciate my absolutely gorgeous and kind and loving and intelligent wife. And just so you know, there was no contention when we were having those discussions. She is so great at just helping me get through this conflict without no raised voices, no, she's just awesome. And I wanted to follow her example and just share this in hopes that maybe someone out there is like, oh, Mitch is struggling with this too. Maybe there's hope for me. Insecurity sucks and it can cause all kinds of to go through your head and affect you physically as well as mentally. And man, I'm at 12 minutes and 30 seconds. There's no one who's going to actually listen to this entire thing. But I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, fantastic day. And I love you.